Viridis? Okay, let me get a little bit closer to the microphone for this one. Hi, hi! Viridis? Welcome everyone. Airi is practicing voice acting. Yo. And I need your help. Wait, let's do this in a more advertiser voice. And I need your help for this stream. Alright, I know. I feel so goofy and awkward doing it in front of other people. Hazukashi. I know. But allow me to introduce you to how our practice is gonna work. Basically, Airi wrote a short script. I literally wrote it like in 5 minutes. It only has about 400 words. And I know. So I'm gonna try. I wanna try to improve my voice acting a little bit, okay? And no, so I will do a take of the thing. And I will, squishy. Well, I'll do a take of the thing, and I'll write down, like, listen back to it, write down notes for myself. And obviously, you're gonna give me pointers while you're actively listening to it, aren't you? Yeah, and then I'll try to improve bit by bit. Yeah, I know. So I think the problem that I have with my voice acting is like fourfold, okay? It's not just one problem. So one problem is that I'm very, very shy. I get so awkward. Like when I record by myself, it's kind of fine. When I record when my mama is home, it gets worse. But like, the more people it is, the more I like struggle to go out of my shell. And the second point is I feel like I kind of should start overacting. Because when I read my scripts and stuff, I read it in a like relatively natural voice. But I feel like to really get the emotion across, I should be doing like more extreme acting now. Then also Airi is really bad at accents. I cannot do an accent. Uh I want to be a cowboy, baby. But my western accent, wait, that's not my southern accent. It sure ain't southern, you know? Ma, like you see how terrible that is. I know, and last but not least, I feel like no matter what kind of character or what kind of voice I want to do, it still sounds too much just like my regular voice. It does. So, I'll be giving some voice acting a try. I couldn't even do a Scottish accent if I really wanted to. I think if he held a gun to my head and really do a Scottish accent, I would just die. Yeah, I do look up how to do accents, but it's like, I watch a video of someone with that accent, and like, I like repeat after them word for word, but I still just sound like me. It's so frustrating. Hmm. Okay. So I think first I'll do a normal read of the script that I wrote and like how I would do it in my current ASMR voice. And then I'll do read where I try a little bit harder and I try to like overact and change my voice more and stuff. Alright. Are you ready, everyone? The script I wrote is quite dramatic. I know, please give me your pointers now. Alright, let's get started. First, I'll do a normal read and then I'll try hard. Okay, first read, いくぞ. Now, after all this time, I get to look into your eyes again. Those beautiful, beautiful blue eyes of yours. I love you. I love you so, so much. I'd do anything and everything just for you. You know that, don't you? Then why? Why did you leave me? Do not dare speak to me of duty. Was it my duty to wait for you patiently while you were out there dying? Would it have been my duty to submit to fate and accept that you were gone? I can never! From this very day onward, your duty is to no one but me, I love. You do not know the things I've sacrificed to be with you. I did so much. I went through so much. I danced with death more times than a single person ever should. I took from it, I gave to it. At this point, it's almost all meaningless to me. But everything is meaningless without you. Give it back to me, please. The happiness that I only feel when you're with me. The happy future. The picture-perfect love story that I'd always dreamed of. I sacrificed everything just to have this. Just to have you. Don't look at me like that, please. If your love for me is gone too, I do not know how I'd be able to live. Look how you've made me suffer. It's all your fault. Do not leave me again, please, my love, I beg of you. I will do whatever you want, but you can't leave me. Not again. Promise it to me. Promise that even if you despise the kind of person I've turned into, even if you cannot bring yourself to love me as you did before, that I have gone through hell so many times over to save you, promise me that you'll stay with me for the time we've left together. You owe it to me, that at the very least. You were always so fond of honor and duty. Perhaps at one point I was like that too. But none of those things tend to matter when you have everything taken from you. Ta-da! Madayo. That was, my relatively casual reading of, no, this, script. Hi, yes, the hamster. Madayo. So that was, my first attempt. I really don't like listening back to it. Hontoni, hontoni. Okay. Well, pacing? Ah, okay. Alright. Let me, let me change my sitting position. And, no, and I will try. I'll try my, slightly more dramatic read of the script. Ah, yabai yabai. ね、うかしい。恥ずかしい。Okay, Mom, just trying to see that my mama doesn't come in my room while I'm, trying to, voice act my heart out here. Now, okay. Hi. Okay. what would Mama Airi think if she finds me doing this kind of voice acting? Ma, I think she'd think I'm crazy. Crazy? I was crazy once. They put me in a room. A rubber room. A rubber room with rats. And rats make me crazy. Okay. Phew. That was my first read. And I will try again. A little bit more dramatic this time. Okay. And I'll try to do a slightly different voice too. Okay, 行くぞね。はい、頑張ってよ。After all this time, I get to look into your eyes again. Those beautiful, beautiful blue eyes of yours. I love you. I love you so, so much. I would do anything and everything just for you. You know that, don't you? Then why? And why did you leave me? Do not dare speak to me of duty. Was it my duty to wait for you patiently while you were out there dying? Would it have been my duty to submit to fate and accept that you were gone? I could never. From this very day onward, your duty is to no one but me, my love. You do not know the things I have sacrificed to be with you. I did so much. I went through so much. I danced with death more than a single person ever should. I took from it, I gave to it. At this point, it's almost all meaningless to me. But everything is meaningless without you. Give it back to me, please. The happiness that I only feel when you're with me. The happy future, the picture-perfect love story that I'd always dreamed of. I sacrificed everything just to have this. Just to have you. Don't look at me like that, please. If your love for me is gone too, I do not know how I would be able to live. Look how you've made me suffer. It's all your fault. Don't leave me again, please, my love. I beg of you. I will do whatever you want, but you can't leave me. Not again. Promise it to me. Promise that even if you despise the kind of person I've turned into, even if you cannot bring yourself to love me as you did before, that I have gone through hell so many times over to save you, promise me that you will stay with me for the time we have left together. You owe it to me that, at the very least, you were always so fond of honor and duty. Perhaps at one point I was like that too. But none of those things tend to matter when you have everything taken from you. Ta-da! まだよ。Was that better or did I go too overboard? Was that okay? Any pointers? Any pointers? Ma. What's your goal? Just better voice acting, you know? You know? えっと、I don't know. More character, yes. Yes. That is what I'm trying to go for, at the very least. Do you have any point in your script where you know you're supposed to speed down or where you're supposed to leave a pause? No. When I write my scripts, it's usually just text without any instruction. I just read it how I feel like, you know? Ah, えっと、um, I guess my goal with this is I'm just trying to sell the character now. Ah, I suspected Airi isn't that good at it. Yeah, boy. Hmm. Ah, and as expected, my accent is always all over the place now. Yabe yabe. There's a particular difference between the rhythm of spoken speech and written words. How are other people good at it? It's so unfair. 本当に unfair. えっと、あI know it takes practice, but I don't know. It feels like, わかんない。I can't do an accent. Oh wait, I've been recording this entire time. Oopsie. I forgot to pause the recording. Oopsie. 待ってだよ. Where does the script cut off? Okay, I found the I found the point. Ah. I guess the most frustrating thing is just I always sound like uh, I think I'd probably say your dramatic rating was a little less believable. Um well, the thing is, with that kind of stuff, like, my mindset is that you have to know the character's emotion. So, without seeing the character, it's kind of difficult since you're only hearing it, but so I think in that regard it has to be very clear. But it's a very fine line between being clear and being over dramatic now. Also, it's so annoying. I have such a nasally voice. I have such a nasally voice. I know, まだよ. Airi has a cute voice, but Airi wants a sexy voice. Airi wants a sexy, sultry voice. And not my stupid nasally voice. Make it gone. Get rid of my nose! なんでよ。I... like... I... I want to, at the very least, be able to play different characters than just, you know, high-pitched anime girl. I... I want Onesa voice. Well, I can, like, try to do that kind of sultry voice, but the thing is, it's still too high-pitched, isn't it? Like, even if I try to go like my lowest possible sultry voice, like, it still sounds higher than like the average female voice. Yeah, boy. Why? It's really good though. I don't know. If I want to sell different characters like that, it's not good if they all sound like Airi. I guess the thing that I'm trying to get at is Airi usually has like a specific vision in mind for how a character is supposed to look like, or well, sound like. And I tend to get really upset when I can't do that. I'm like, no, it must do. It must sound just like how I want it to. Ah, まだよ. I guess let's scroll up to some of my older scripts too. Practice my my lower register. The problem is I speak through my head and my nose a lot. So it gets very exhausting to do my chest voice. That's the kind of lower voice. Alright, let's try. Low voice. This is stepsister. Turns out yonder. I still. Oh. iPhone notification? University group chat. Okay. Yeah, speaking through my chest voice makes me really tired. Also, I have to put my head at like a weird angle to do it properly. Alright, let's give that a try. Aww. You can come in whenever you want, darling. Don't worry, you could never be a bother. You seem a bit nervous. Is everything alright? If anything is troubling you, you know you can always tell me, don't you? Good, very good. You should always know that I'll be here for you, no matter what. So it's okay to rely on me as much as you need. Come over here. Sit down. I apologize. I didn't want to seem like I was ordering you around, dear. You just have such a cute face. Sometimes I can't help but want to push you around a little. In a very gentle way, of course. Ah, am I too close? I'm sorry. I'll give you some space. You'd think that with how long we've been living together, you'd have gotten used to my slight touchiness by now. Hmm? But you're as shy as always, aren't you? No, Mia, no! Mia, don't look, Mia, no! Welcome, shy this is a very say-so stream where we engage in say-so activities. Um, I'm Airi Viridis, little devil VTuber, V-Dere. Nice to meet you. Anyways, back to business. But you're shy as always, aren't you? It's okay. I personally think it's very charming. It's just so uniquely you. What is there not to like about it? Huh? Oh my. I completely forgot that you came here to talk to me about something. Can you blame me? You're just so distracting in nature. But it's alright. Go ahead, you can talk now. I'll make sure to listen to every single word that comes out of your mouth. Judge you? Oh, honey. You know I never would. We're very close after all, aren't we? What's there to judge? In fact, I think we could be even closer than we are now. But then again, I'm not in a hurry. You can take as long as you need to come around. Huh? You don't know what I'm talking about. Oh, don't you worry your little head about that. Go on. I'm waiting. I thought you wanted my advice. Oh, what's wrong? Cat's got your tongue. You look like you're trying to talk, but rather than your mouth opening, it's just your face getting more and more red. Is everything alright? You're not sick, are you? Need me to nurse you back to health? No? A shame. I promise I'd be very good at it. I can cook, I can make sure you take your medicine. I'd be so good at taking care of you. Huh? You sound so opposed to it. Don't tell me you're embarrassed by it. Does the thought of being fully taken care of fluster you? I didn't think you were like that. It's not that you're embarrassed by it. Oh, really? Now all of a sudden you're willing to talk. Could it be that you're trying to deflect from your nervousness? Don't worry. I won't keep teasing you any longer. As I said before, I don't mean anything bad by it. It's just that sometimes I can't hold myself back. But don't worry, I promise I'll try more to not interrupt you. So, what's wrong, huh? I see you've decided to play a little prank on me of your own. How do I confess to the girl I like? Oh, darling, you're not being serious, are you? You're not actually asking me to help you confess to some girl, are you? Is this a petty little revenge for how I've been teasing you? I really am sorry if I pushed it a little too far. There, I apologized. Now, can we move on from this silly little joke now? Why? Why are you so quiet? Don't tell me you really mean it, dear. No, it can't be. I knew you were dense, but not this dense. Oh, darling. I'm about the single worst person to ask for help in this matter. Don't you know that? You must not actually like that girl a lot if you're telling me if you're telling me of all people about her. What does that mean? Don't you worry about that. You've made your choice, haven't you? But don't worry, as I promised I will help you until the very end. Won't you tell me more about her? Her name, her age, whether she lives alone. Those are all very important things. You won't tell me. Oh, why ever not? Uh, hum. Oh gosh, it's really, really difficult on my voice. 本当に本当に yeah. Oh gosh. I know, for comparison, it's kinda like when you've been holding your breath this entire time. Because I breathe very shallowly when I'm trying to talk through my chest. あでも、I guess the problem is when I try to do deeper voice, um, it either ends up going back higher or it goes into like that very, very breathy, sultry voice. Where is Airi? Here is Airi. Can you try a deeper voice where you breathe deeply? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. It feels like I'm pressing down on my chest to do that kind of deep chest voice. Like if I were to try to do my absolute, utter deepest voice, kind of like that. I guess, like, what you can tell is that I'm like forcing out a lot of air. Because otherwise, I can't get that like strong, deep sound because it's just so unnatural to me. So I have to like force out and do like a very, very breathy tone. Yeah, so it's not that good. Doesn't matter whether you're standing or sitting. Let's give it a try. Okay, standing voice acting. So if I were to speak in my much, much deeper voice now, or maybe try to go even lower. You can, it's slightly easier, but like, you can very much tell I'm forcing it now. So if I were to do the absolute lowest I can, which is this kind of voice, which that's just like a normal woman's type of speaking. That's not even particularly low. I'm trying to do less pressure, but I have a very naturally soft voice, so it's difficult to produce anything other than like very high tones. I know, like when I do like a oh sound, I can go very, very deep, but the main fact I think is that I'm just exhaling. I lied. Deep breathe from the stomach? No, I try to breathe through my chest. Actually, I'm very bad at breathing through the stomach now. Damn lady, whose voice is that? Your elder sister? No, don't worry about it. It's just, me without my voice changer on. Yeah, I didn't think I'd have that annoying anime girl voice the entire time, right? That's how I normally sound. Ah, そうだよ. I guess it's slightly easier while standing up. But still, it's uncomfortable. Yeah, I think in general, uncomfortable is probably the word I would use to describe it. And the thing is, I can only speak in like a very, very languid, sultry voice like that. Or just like a very harsh voice that honestly doesn't really sound like me all that much. And there's no in between. I either sound very, very sultry or just very, very angry. And I don't feel like that's a good spectrum of emotion. Like, how would I speak if I was like happy like this? Oh my gosh, senpai, you finally got the promotion you were looking forward to. I'm so happy. Oh, that wasn't bad. Not that bad. あまだよ。まだよ。I guess it's kind of a matter of also like warming up my deeper register to some extent. And even then, this is the like absolute deepest I can go, and it still doesn't quite feel deep enough for me, if you know what I mean. Let's try the script again and try not to sound angry or sultry. Oh, oh, oh no, me headphone cable too short. After all this time, I get to look into your eyes again. Those beautiful, beautiful blue eyes of yours. I love you. I love you so, so much. I'd do anything and everything just for you. You know that, don't you? Then why? Then why did you leave me? Do not dare speak to me of duty. Was it my duty to wait for you patiently while you were out there dying? Would it have been my duty to submit to fate and accept that you were gone? I could never. From this very day onward, your duty is to no one but me, my love. You do not know the things I have sacrificed to be with you. I did so much. I went through so much. I danced with death more times than a single person ever should. I took from it, I gave to it. At this point, it's almost all meaningless to me. But everything is meaningless without you. Give it back to me, please. The happiness that I only feel when you're with me. The happy future, the picture perfect love story that I'd always dreamed of. I sacrificed everything just to have this. Just to have you. Don't look at me like that, please. If your love for me is gone too, I do not know how I'd be able to live. Look how you've made me suffer. It's all your fault. Don't leave me again, please. Please, my love, I beg of you. I will do whatever you want, but you can't leave me. Not again. Promise it to me. Promise that even if you despise the kind of person I've turned into, even if you cannot bring yourself to love me as you did before, now that I've gone through hell so many times over to save you, promise that you will stay with me for the time we have left together. You owe it to me. That, at the very least. You were always so fond of honor and duty. Perhaps at one point I was like that too. But none of those things tend to matter when you have everything taken from you. ごめんね. Sorry for clicky clicky sounds. When I get too close to my mic while doing like, no, big mouth movements, it does like a slight clicky clicky sound. That was exhausting. Oof. Oof. Yabai. Just eat the mic. I ate the mic. Let's go. I feel like I ran a sprint. I know. I guess it's also kind of about. Oh my gosh. It's also kind of about warming up my voice, right? Oh god. Phew. It feels like my lungs are actively burning. My chest hurts. My chest hurts. How do people with deep voices do it? I don't get it. Oh gosh. Well, at least I got like halfway through the script without dying. You know? And I think that if I were to switch back to my lower voice now, I'd be able to do it a little bit more confidently. Perhaps with a little bit more energy. Wakanai. Well, I guess this is a start. Nothing world changing by no means. I also find it gets easier when I overpronounce my T and my D sounds now. Hit that stamina. Oh no, だよ. Oh no, だよ. Airi doesn't wanna. That stamina training your boy. I would rather have my lungs bleed every time I voice act. Well, I guess the one thing that I'm happy with is it didn't quite sound as much as me anymore. Yeah. It didn't, quite, no, sound quite as bad anymore. Ma, I did ask advice from Mose because I feel like from Videre, like if you heard, if you heard, Mose's One-san ASMR that she did with me. Oh my gosh, I was so impressed. Um, えっと I tried like and I tried to ask Mose for advice and she was like, "Oh, I just talked to myself the entire time." And I was like, "What? What? Am I supposed to yap to myself 24/7?" Is that how I practice a voice? Do I need to walk around my house the entire day and speak like this the entire time? Ah. I don't wanna. Airi likes being quiet. I like being quiet. Dayo. Also, it's embarrassing to talk like that in front of others. I could ask Umi. Yeah, yap maxing. Yap maxing. Uh, uh. Ah. So you can have a conversation between regular Airi and Yandere Airi. Airi doesn't want to do her homework. Airi, my dear, you do need to do it. Hurry up and do it now, and you will be done with it. But Airi doesn't wanna. Airi is tired. Airi goes to sleep. Airi, for the love of God, get back here. You know that you and I both need to do this homework, right? No, that would just be weird. Aww. Aww. Well, I guess honestly I want to stop talking for now. I still have another stream later today, don't I? Wait, what am I streaming today? Wait, what am I streaming today for gore? Matte. Minecraft. I'll be speaking to myself in a deep, sultry voice while I'm trying to catch axolotls in Minecraft, and I will remind them of their duty as axolotls in Minecraft. I guess I'll be doing that. Sure, why not? I will follow Mozu Sensei's advice. Okay. Oh god, oh gosh. Mozu of wisdom, is this really the way to go? Do I really need to walk around reminding these heathenous axolotls of their duty? Of their duty? Is that what I need to do? Turnip. Turnip, my beloved. I finally returned home after a long day in the fields. Turnip? Why are you laying on the grass? Turnip! Turnip, no, get back inside. Turnip, why do you keep wanting to die? Please, explain it to me, my love. I do not understand. I guess it will be like that. Oh my gosh, what a scuffy scream. What a scuffy stream. Scuffy stream, now. Also, no need to thank me for the rare treat of receiving 2 of my streams in a single day. I know you've been looking forward to hearing from me again, so consider yourself thoroughly blessed for today. You'll be seeing me stream twice. What a rare occurrence indeed. Well then, you better say your thanks, and I suppose I will rest this voice of mine a little bit before we go scold Turnip and remind Turnip of his duty to his people, his duty to axolotl kind. Yeah. Yeah. I'll see you guys. じゃあね、またね. Thank you for coming by for double audio stream. Ma, if you were here in part 1, it means you need to come to part 2 too, okay? So if you're here now, you sure ought to come to my Minecraft stream. After all, it would be quite rude to attend just one stream without attending the other. Would you not say so as well? Well then, but I sleep at that time. With all due respect, skill issue. I will see you then. Airi shiteru. Bye 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 bye. Ciao.